Thanks to the support as a channel member, Prince Castrati. Yeah, we're pretty much promoted now. Yeah, we're going to try and win. I will try and win you some cups. Don't worry. We're going to definitely try and win some cups. But really, the goal is renewing contracts. So if you could sling a little bit of extra money into the wage kitty, that'd be... Mrs Wearmouth. Hello and welcome to part 13 of Homegrown. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode, we have... we might even do... You know what? We'll probably do both cup games. We're facing Eastleigh in the FA Trophy 5th round. We've got Barwell in the Southern League Cup semi-final. I'm not going to show you the league because we've basically already won it. We've steamrolled it. We're, what is that, 16 points clear? If you really want to see a league game, I might show you one tomorrow if we get knocked out of one of these cups. And the league has been going really nicely, but we want to win a couple of trophies as well to go with it. Let's go for a treble, boys and girls. But before we do that, just a little bit of an update on contracts. Firstly, Mazid Ogungbo is going to be leaving us in the summer. He's going to be going and playing for Shelbourne because, ridiculously, they are going to be paying him, I don't know if it shows it on here, they're going to be paying him £1,200 a week. We couldn't compete with that contract. That is ridiculous. So we've lost him, but what we have been able to do is tie down some other players to contracts. Kieran Hodgkinson is going to be here for the next 2 years, only on £60 a week as well. I'm ripping that boy off ridiculously. But Hodgkinson's in. Van der Laan has got a new contract. Davis is here until the end of next season. Bachelor Ekpateta is in on a new contract. Pritchard, Beerif, Moya. Is it Moya? Mia? How have I been saying his name? Mia. I want to say Mia. And then there's this lot who are out of contract at the end of this season that I'm yet to make a decision on. Slam Dunk doesn't go into that category. Slam Dunk I'd love to give a new contract to. But once again, he's playing hardball. And we might lose Slam Dunk just because we can't afford to give him the money that he wants. But the rest of these, Barton, Cisse, Davey, Wright, Tizard, we'll probably be offering new contracts too. But I'm kind of waiting to see what comes through the youth system first. But realistically, with how limited we've got to be on transfers, if they're playing currently, like Cisse is, he probably gets a new contract. That's probably the way we need to plan things. But money is tight-ish. I mean, we're not maxing out the wage budget yet, but we're getting there. So I'm being a little bit more conservative than perhaps I need to be with the wage budgets. But let's go and get ourselves into the next round of the FA Trophy. This is the team that we're putting out there to try and do that. We've got Wright in goal, back forward Bachelor Ekpateta, Davis, Mir and Ogungbo. Mir, that's how I'm saying it. There you go. Slam Dunk, Van der Laan, Cisse and Hartshorn in midfield. Why is Hodgkinson in as a target man? Hold on. Where's the... Perhaps you have to go a little bit further to be able to do next match only and then make him the deep lying forward. So that when we put Pritchard in the next game, he's automatically back in as a target man. That's why, because Pritchard's suspended and Beerif is injured. That's why, and Whittaker's injured as well. That's why Paskev's finally playing Hodgkinson up front. So Hodgkinson and Barton up front. I doubt they've ever played together before. Hodgkinson doesn't even look fully fit. But we are a little bit low on strikers, so we've got to play quite a big game against a team. I mean, Eastleigh, I think, are in the National League South, so they are from the next league up. But you know, the form we're in, we've got to believe that we're in with a chance. I think it's unlikely that we're going to go and win the FA Trophy from Tier 7, but then I am saying that as the manager of Home 2019 edition that did exactly that. We won the FA Trophy from Tier 7. We've got previous for doing it. And I know we don't quite have the Anthony Harris, Mick Powell, Dean Morris, Shane Phillips, Lerick Fernandez team that we had back then. But I would suggest Pritchard and Davis and Hodgkinson and Slam Dunk would probably argue that, I mean, there may be... time will tell. Time will tell how good they are in comparison. I mean, Davis and Hodgkinson in particular are both talked about by our coaches as future championship players. But then that's Mark Wearmouth. What does he know? The proof is in the pudding and all that. And Slam Dunk, if he does leave, might be going to that kind of level anyway, but he's 28, so he's not going to go on and play for England the way Dean Morris did, for example. But he does a cross there. Barton doesn't get anywhere near it. He does a cross. I mean, there's commentary for you, Kev. You fancy yourself as a commentator and you come out with does a cross in the middle of an attack. That's why the BBC won't hire you. We've given away a penalty there. Davis with a lunging, clumsy tackle. It's a penalty to Eastleigh. 36 minutes gone. And we've not really looked with it today. House taking the penalty for them. And, I mean, House has just scored against Holme. The headlines write themselves around here, don't they? If any newspapers want that one off me, you have to come via Mrs Wearmouth. Not only is she my boss, she's also my literary agent. And but House 1, Holme 0. You don't get much better than that when it comes to punnage. Slam dunk with the in-swinger. Van der Laan is there. He's hit the crossbar. And that's Barton, I think, who was lurking. And Barton's he scored so many goals last year. He's not really made the step up as well as you would like, and he just doesn't look as clinical as he used to. And I think the entire team, probably him included, are suffering a little bit from how small the squad is. You can see how tired Davies is already. Hodgkinson's the same. It's the first half of the match, but we're having these deep cup runs in every cup. We've only got, realistically, a first-team squad of about 16, 17 players, and it is really starting to show that we are... that we're not rotating and not really resting our players properly, and we're only part-time, so we're only training a couple of days a week, and sometimes we don't even get to train because we're so often playing 2 games in a week. There you go, Cisse is going to come off for Davey, but there's so many other players who want to come off that I think we're getting knocked out of the FA Trophy here, which is a little bit of a shame. We'll bring on Derry John Allinson, who hasn't played for an age for us. He scored a couple of goals last year. I don't think he's likely to be scoring for us today. And I think we probably have to take Davis off as well because he's just shattered. We've got Tizard down there on the bench. Should we give a team talk? We can only do a team talk to them individually. Let's pump fists. I have faith in you. Go out there and make a difference. Confirm the sub. Watch Derry John Allinson go out there and grab a hat-trick. That's what we're looking for. Demand more. Come on, boys. Do something. We're actually ahead on XG because we had those couple of chances that Barton missed, but we just haven't looked like the home side I've come to know and love from league games. And this does, I guess, give us a little bit of a semi-reality check looking ahead to next season. Although we are all but promoted this year, this team are from the league above and have just cancelled us out entirely. Now I know we've got a few players missing and players who are playing are tired, and maybe on another day we would be a little bit more competitive against Eastleigh. The XG suggests that might be the case, that we're probably fairly evenly matched with them, but I don't know. A defeat is a defeat. We're out of the FA Trophy. The only chance for non-league silverware now is the Southern League Cup, which of course we're all desperate to go and win. Let's just see, where are Eastleigh? I want to see how good Eastleigh are. They are... Oh, actually, they're a National League side, not a National League South side. I feel a little bit better now. They are lower half of the table, but still. Let's go and cheer ourselves up by thumping Barwell. Right, multiple changes for the Barwell game. Then Cisse drops back to right back with a Gungbo dropping down to the bench. There's no point further developing a Gungbo when we don't need to if he's going to be leaving. And we're then going with Slam Dunk, Davey, Hodgkinson and Forrester in midfield. Jaden Forrester is a youngster that we signed in the summer from Wolves. He's not really played very much. He's mainly a left winger, but he has played a couple of times for us. 4 assists from 5 games. Certainly nothing to be sniffed at. He can come in on that right-hand side today just purely because he's actually got some fitness levels, which is handy. And also Beerith comes back in to play up front alongside Barton. Not fully fit, but needs must. We're a little bit low on strikers because Pritchard has just had his suspension extended for another 2 games. He may have been a naughty boy and got himself sent off in a rather violent fashion. I still love him, but less than I did before, because with him, who knows what would have happened in that FA Trophy game. And we know the FA Trophy is where the money is at this level, and money is always useful when you're trying to charge up the leagues. Let's pump the fists. Let's go out there and beat this team. We certainly should be better than Barwell. They're in our league. They're lower down in it than we are, because obviously we're comfortably clear at the top of the table. So I would like to think this should be us booking a spot in the final of the Southern League Cup. I don't know where the final for such a thing takes place. I don't know when it takes place. I don't know if there's any prize money attached to it, but it's always nice to win a trophy, isn't it? Aside from winning league titles, we've obviously not won a cup yet. It's only our second season, but we'd like a cup. Cups are always nice. I've had saves in the past, like with Bourne last year. I don't think we won a cup all the way through until we finally won the FA Cup. So it would be nice to get a cup sorted a little bit sooner this time round. Forrester, well, that's why he doesn't play very much. I mean, he's got the right idea, lump it forward. The only thing is you can't do it 50 yards from the goal. You have to be a little bit further back, or else that happens. Barton playing it across to Hodgkinson, back in what I consider to be his best position in midfield now, although he'll still maintain that he's a striker. And he might end up being a striker, but I'm convinced he's a midfield player. Slam dunk shows Forrester how it's done with a beautiful pass over the top to Barton. But Barton had just got himself ever so slightly offside, and the goal is disallowed. But I mean, that's pretty much from the same spot that Forrester just lumped it out of play, and Slam Dunk just plops it down on a sixpence for Barton, albeit it was offside. But still, Slam Dunk's great. Forrester's not. Pump fists. We're favourites here. God, what was that noise? I don't think I've ever made that sound with myself. I sounded like a frog. I've never done that before. I don't think I could repeat it. Oh, I've got a new noise. Oh, don't worry, I'll add that to the repertoire. I won't use it all the time, but when the timing is appropriate, like now, I can't do it now. Gone. Just like our chances of silverware this year. What is happening here? I was sat there planning this episode thinking, we're winning a lot of games. I don't want the sea of FM21's too easy comments today. So I won't show them the league. But we're probably gonna do something in these cups as well. I didn't anticipate showing you us getting knocked out of 2 different cup competitions. Erith shattered, so he needs to come off. Learn the buttons, Kev. Erith, Darren Gallagher can come on for him. Darren Gallagher came through our youth system, and we've not really used him. All right, Dave, calm down. We've not really used him, but he did go on loan to #United earlier in the year and got 5 goals from 5 games in the Essex Senior League. So for that alone, he gets to come into the side. We'll play him as a poacher alongside Barton's advanced forward. And we probably need to take off Slam Dunk as well. Van der Laan can come on for him on that left-hand side. And without one of our top scorers and our most creative player, I don't see us necessarily getting back into the game. It shows how much we rely on Pritchard. Missing him as that focal point of the lump, it is a big miss. Barton charging forward on the right. Gallagher is lurking in the middle, as is Van der Laan there. He finds Gallagher, but the defender clears for Barwell. So I guess it's quite a loose definition of finding Gallagher. Davey with the ball over the top for Barton. Barton's in again here, surely this time. Barton's offside again. Oh, my word. Somebody teach him the rules. If only he knew the rules, we'd be winning this game. Is he offside? He is offside. Learn the rules. Oh, he didn't need to be. He could have easily stayed onside and still scored there. Hodgkinson, Davies looking up again to try and repeat his trick, but that stuff's so ineffective when we're not aiming at Pritchard. They're the balls forward that we aim for Pritchard and he nods them on for usually Beerith, sometimes Barton to chase onto. And it's taken so much out of our gameplay. The set pieces are gone because they're all about Pritchard. The open play is gone because it's all about Pritchard. We're a one-man team. That's a lovely ball at the top for Gallagher. Gallagher is not a very good footballer. Well, we're getting knocked out of this stuff now. What is happening? I don't understand how we're going to, yes, we'll take Davies off again. Tizard's on. And I give up. At least we're winning the league. I'm showing you the league tomorrow so I can make myself feel good again. Look at Kev, the big man, stomping all over the league. Oh, Barton's in and scores. And it's actually onside. Henry Barton. I've criticised him a lot today. That's his 26th goal of the season for a player who's not started a lot of matches. You can't be too harsh on him, I guess. I haven't actually given him a contract for next year yet, because I was sat there when I was renewing contracts thinking, I'm just not sure about Barton. 26 goals largely from the bench. Maybe I need to get sure about him. And we're still going to demand more. We don't want extra time. Our players are already shattered and broken. Hopefully it'll just go straight to penalties if we don't win it in normal time. But it would be nice to get through to this final, because no, it's extra time. Oh, pump the fists. We are the favourites. Go out there, do a football. That's my team talk. Hodgkinson with the free kick. I think he's had a shot there. Tizard's tucked it over the line. I think it was going in anyway. But Will Tizard with his first ever goal for home. Look at him. He's so happy with it as well. But I don't think he needed to touch it. If I was Hodgkinson, I'd be a little bit gutted here. Oh, no, it might not be going in, actually. Why are the replays not from behind the goal? Replays behind goal, please. Because otherwise we're just watching them from the same angle, and that's stupid. We want our replays from behind the goal. They are in non-league legend. Do those settings not carry between saves? That's very silly. It's taken me, what, 13 episodes to notice that the replays are wrong? Top quality stuff here, boys and girls. We are now ahead, though, so we're going to drop down to a positive mentality. Once again, we're aiming for Pritchard, and he's not on the pitch, but Gallagher does well to nod it down, and he's actually done really well because he received the ball back again from Van der Laan, and he's had a shot that beats the keeper but does hit the base of the post. But Gallagher doing Pritchard things there, which is nice. And Davey is shattered. Hodgkinson's shattered. We're at very real risk of breaking some of these players. I think if we do make it through to this final, which is looking more and more likely now, I would suggest lots of rotation in the league. Barton's in. Keeper's done really well there. But I think we're going to be doing some considerable rotation in the league games, as the league's pretty much already won, just to make sure for the final of this, we're fit. Because we're not close to it. We should be getting the... Forrester's awful. We should be getting the youth intake anytime now as well. So I'll have that to show you in the next episode. But hopefully, next episode will be new youth intake, the Southern League Cup final, and our final league game of the season, depending on when the final is, because I'll show you the nearest league game to that, because we'll probably have won the league before we come back anyway. And we're playing Needham Market in the final. Oh, well, okay, the final's quite soon. So, I mean, we could conceivably have the League One against Banbury, but we will come back for that. We'll come back for Needham Market and the youth intake and Banbury. And if we haven't won the league, we might just keep going and show you the game where we do win the league so you can see a trophy presentation. We'll figure something out. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.